Hey everyone, it's Scott Weber coming live from reInvent 2023, and I'm joined with Jayant Raj today to talk some about Amazon Bedrock. So Jayant, we've heard a lot about Bedrock this week. Could you sum up like what the overall advantages of using Bedrock are for people, trying to understand large language models and what all these new terms mean?
Yes. So basically the advantage of using Amazon Bedrock in my mind is it's a fully managed service. So imagine if you have to take a large language model and then use it. What you would generally have to do is take it, deploy it, maintain it, scale it, all of those things, right? It adds a lot of complexity because these models are huge. So the operations needed to maintain and use these models is a lot of effort. So what Bedrock essentially does is it gives you a fully managed service where you don't have to deal with these operational overheads, and they make this available to you via APIs, and all the scaling and maintenance is done by AWS.
This is just another one of those examples, I think, of Amazon stepping up and taking ownership of that undifferentiated heavy lifting
Yes.
that we all would have to do ourselves if we didn't have something like Bedrock, and especially on something as complex as these new areas of Gen AI. How does Bedrock help keep a customer's data secure?
A lot of those security elements that AWS has is nicely integrated with Bedrock.
And so does that apply to, like, if I'm supplying training data to augment the current model, that data is not ever going to leave my environment?
Exactly. So that data stays within your environment, and then that leads me to another point about this is AWS announced today that they will support Bedrock will support model fine tuning and continuous pre-training. So what that means is you can bring your own data,
Okay.
and then basically fine tune an existing LLM on that data. They would make a copy of that model in your environment, and then you can train that copy of the model on your data, and you have a fine-tuned model ready to go.
Oh, are they doing anything around, like, sort of helping automate, any of these steps? Because it still sounds like there's some training things that need to happen. We know, Amazon has SageMaker. What are they doing to help, like, automate?
One of the core principles of building these applications is what we call orchestration. So there are a bunch of different libraries that basically help you do the orchestration, and in the Gen AI world, these are called LLM chains. So it's basically a sequence of calls doing very specific tasks to come to an output. So what has recently was announced, not at reInvent but in general, was integration of Bedrock with step functions. So step functions is basically a service that lets you orchestrate workflows. So now that we have native integration with step functions, you can basically call out to Bedrock from step functions, and all the retries, error handling, all of that is taken care of by that native integration.
It's obvious AWS put a lot of thought into how to get rid of a lot of this undifferentiated heavy lifting that we would have to do otherwise in providing these automations. And these are some of the advantages that our customers are going to see by adopting Amazon Bedrock as they start their Gen AI journey. So Jayant, I appreciate you joining us today to talk through some of these developments.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.